Welcome students. In today's lecture, I have discussed about the derivative theorem of the derivatives of the inverse functions. In the last lecture, I have been taught the theorem of the derivatives of the composite function. The questions are asked for the 4 marks and we have to given the theorem to prove it, and hence one of the example is attached to it, and by using the theorem solve the example. This is the pattern of the question in the paper. Okay, in this lecture we are studying about the derivatives of the inverse functions. Theorem statement of this theorem is: suppose y is equal to f of x is a differentiable function of x on an interval I and y is 1 1 on 2 and dy by dx is not equal to 0. In the previous videos, I have been taught you to about the inverse function, what are the inverse function and what is the condition for the differentiation of the inverse function. Whenever the given function is 1 1 and on 2, then only we can differentiate these functions. Okay, we have already seen these what are the 1 1 functions and on 2 functions in the 11th standard in the chapter functions. Okay, and this theorem also, if f inverse of y is differentiable function on f of I, okay, and then dy by dy of f inverse of y is equal to f of x is the given function, and when we take the inverse of that function, then it becomes f inverse of y. This y is equal to f of x is given, y given in terms of x. Then whenever we use the inverse function, then write it in the terms of x in terms of y. Here x is written in terms of y and the function becomes f inverse of y. And this f inverse of y means the inverse function of the variable y is differentiable function on f of I, means the given interval, function of interval. Then d by dy means we have to take the derivative of this f inverse of y with respect to y, because the function is in terms of y. Okay, x is given in terms of y. Therefore, we have to differentiate this f inverse of y with respect to y, and is equal to, it becomes ratio, that is 1 upon f dash of x, or it can be also written as dx upon dy, means d by dy of the x. Okay, means y is written in terms of x and x is written in terms of y. Then x, whenever there is the function is written in terms of x, that is when then only we can take the derivative of this function in terms of x, we have to take the derivative of this y, is equal to, it becomes 1 upon dy by dx. I have already discussed about this, what is the dx upon dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx previously in previous videos, where obviously the denominator is not equal to 0. Whenever 1 upon dy by dx becomes, then only dy by dx is not equal to 0. This is the statement of the theorem. Okay, dx upon dy, we have to prove that dx upon dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. Whenever the function is given, y is given in terms of x, then we have to differentiate this y with respect to x. And whenever the function is given, that is x is given in terms of y, then only we can x in terms of y, then only we can take the derivative of this x with respect to y. Okay, we have to prove the theorem. In the last theorem, I have already taught you that what are the variables and how can we take the differentiation and how can we take the small increments in this. Okay, let us take the proof. Let us see here what are the variables in this dx upon dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. Let us see how many variables are there in this. Okay, there are two variables x and y. Here also y and x, means x and y are two variables are given here to us. Then we have to let us write it is as the small increments of these variables in terms of delta y and delta x. Okay, the increments in the variables y and x is written in terms of, let delta x, delta y be small increments in the variables y and x or x and y respectively. First, we have to see how many variables are given to us, and we have to take firstly that the small increments in these variables and the small increments are denoted by delta. Delta x and delta y be the increments in the variables x and y respectively. And let us see here what we have to do for this. Dx upon dy is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. We have to prove it. Okay. For this, we have to take, therefore, left side is dx upon dy. It is written in terms of the small increments of the variables, that is delta x upon delta y is equal to, it is written in terms of delta x upon delta y is equal to 1 upon delta y upon delta x. Okay. And whenever this denominator is not equal to 0, then only we can write this 1 upon delta y by delta x. Okay. Taking limits on both sides. Okay. How to take the limits on both sides? Taking limit as, see the right side of this, that is 1 upon dy by dx. Then lastly, see the denominator of this dy by dx. Dx is the denominator of the right side, and we have to take the limit as delta x tending to 0. Okay, this is the small increment in the variable x. Taking limit as delta x tends to 0 on both sides. Then we have here limit delta x tends to 0, delta x divided by delta y is equal to limit as delta x tends to 0, that is 1 upon delta y upon delta x. Simplification is taken over for the right side. It is written as we have to write it as, left side is as it is, that is limit delta x tends to 0, delta x divided by delta y is equal to, it can be written as a separate limit of the denominator, that is limit delta x tends to 0, delta y upon delta x. See here on the left side, delta x tending to 0, but the denominator is delta y. Here denominator is delta x, we have to take the limit delta x tending to 0. Let us take the help of the statement of the theorem, that is, as x is differentiable function, y is also a differentiable function. Therefore, we write it as delta x tends to 0, delta y also tends to 0. Here delta y cannot be changed, but we have to change the limit. Okay, therefore write it as limit delta y tending to 0, delta x upon delta y is equal to 1 upon limit delta x tends to 0, delta y by delta x. Okay, suppose this is equation 1. Let us see here. As y is differentiable function, as y is differentiable function of x, we have to write the right side as limit delta y tends to 0, delta x upon delta y. This is the left side of the theorem. In the right side, we change this 1 upon delta y by delta x as limit delta x tends to 0. It can be written as dy by dx. This becomes equation number 2. Let us see. It becomes limit delta y tends to 0, delta x upon delta y is equal to 1 upon dy by dx. Okay. As the limit on the RHS, as limit on the RHS exist and finite, then only the limit on LHS exist. Okay. Therefore, we have to write the left side as dx upon dy, because the limit exists as delta y tends to 0 on the LHS, because limit on the RHS also exists. Therefore, it becomes 1 upon dy by dx, and where dy by dx is not equal to 0. Okay, this is a theorem of the inverse function. And students, you have to given the question as like prove this statement, and there is given a statement of this theorem, and also you have given a example for this theorem, and also find the derivative by using the inverse function theorem or by using the theorem. Let us take one of the example for this inverse function theorem. Okay. Let us see. By using this theorem, find the derivative of the given function, that is y is equal to f of x, using the derivative of the inverse function, that is x is equal to f inverse of y. Okay, this is the type of the question you have to given. First, we have to prove the function inverse function theorem, and the question is attached to this question, that is which have given to us in the question paper for the 4 marks. Let us take the example for this. Then suppose we have to given that y is equal to 2x plus 5. By using the theorem, find dx upon dy. Okay, such like questions are given to us in the question paper. Let us take the y that is y is equal to f of x type. It is given y is written in terms of x. Therefore, we have to differentiate this first. Differentiate y with respect to x because y is given in terms of x. Let us write it as dy by dx is equal to, take the derivative of this d by dx of 2x plus 5. Okay. Then we have to take the derivative of this function. This is 2x and 2 is the coefficient of this x, and take the derivative of this x is 1 plus derivative of this 5 is constant, therefore it is 0. 5 is constant, therefore the derivative of the constant is 0 and this becomes, the answer is 2. Okay. dy by dx becomes is equal to 2. Then we use the inverse function theorem. By using the inverse function theorem, we have dx upon dy. We have to find out dx upon dy by using the theorem, that is dx upon dy is the inverse of this dy by dx, means the reciprocal of dy by dx is equal to dx upon dy, and that is equal to, we have to find out the value first of the dy by dx. We have already seen here the value of this dy by dx is equal to 2 and put it here, that is it becomes 1 by 2. This becomes dx upon dy, that is the inverse function of the given function and derivative of this inverse function. Y is given function and we have find the derivative of this y with respect to x, that is dy by dx, and then only we can find the inverse of that function, that is dx upon dy, that is derivative of the inverse function dx upon dy is equal to 1 upon 2. Such questions are asked for the exam in the question paper for the 4 marks. Okay. In this lecture, I have taught the theorem, and by using this theorem, we have calculated the inverse function theorem, derivative of the inverse function. Okay. Okay, students, in the next video, I will take the exercise on this inverse derivatives of the standard inverse trigonometric function. See the videos and give the comments on the comment box. Okay. Thank you.